Hi, I'm Miss Jan at the Plainfield Guilford Township Public Library, and I'm here to show you how to make paper cups that you can use for lots of things. Then I'll tell you about paper cups and pandemics. Start with a square piece of paper. If you're going to drink out of this cup or if you're going to store a snack in it, please make it a clean piece of paper. I found a paper plate to use, so I think that's pretty clean. Fold it corner to corner. Like that. And turn it so the fold is towards you. Pull one of the bottom corners up until you have a line that's parallel to the bottom. Like this. Pull the other corner up too, so it overlaps the first flap and lines up the same. See how that happens? There's our folded piece of paper. Comes up, the other one comes up. All right. Now you can fold one part of the center down one way, that, and you can fold the other one down the other way. And it's done. Ta-da! I often make these for other things using scrap paper. When I do that, I fold the first flap down, fill it, and then I fold the second flap over the same way to close it. Handy, right? Sometimes I tape it. You can size these by starting with different size squares to match with what you need. If, for example, you're giving a friend a small treat, if you're sharing your favorite kind of tea bag with someone, by giving them one to try. Or even if you want to give someone a tiny message written in secret code in a tiny folded up paper cup. This kind of paper folding is called origami, and the library has books about origami if paper folding sounds interesting to you. Now, let's talk about folded paper cups. Now's not the first time that there's been a sickness spreading all over the world, a global pandemic. We know the most about the one that happened in the year 1918. Doctors and other scientists had been studying tiny germs and how they move from one person to another. They suggested some very practical things to help stop the spread, which might sound very familiar to you. Stay home. Cover your nose and mouth with masks made of fabric. The importance of hand washing. And here's another thing. Through history, people had mostly shared drinking cups when drinking water. This was way before drinking fountains as we know them, or plastic cups, or anything. That's what we have now. Through history, people had mostly shared drinking cups. Here's a photo to give you the idea. Everyone used the same dipper in a bucket of water. What happened was someone probably went out to the pump with a bucket, filled it up, and brought it in, and that was their drinking water for the day. In 1909, a doctor on a train saw his infected patient take a drink, and right after that, a mother used the same dipper to get a drink for her baby. Germs were spreading in the water. And after that, there was a rush to develop inexpensive and disposable cups to help prevent the spread of germs. And before long, after trying a lot of different ways, a lot of different companies trying to figure it out, there were vending machines where you could put in a penny and a folded paper cup would come out that you could use. So, with disposable paper cups, there was a change like this. In this picture is the old way. There's somebody having a drink with a dipper from a bucket. And here's the new way after they brought in water and a container that had a lid on it and disposable paper cups. But not everyone had a penny for a throwaway cup, of course. And not everybody was near where there was a paper cup dispensing vending machine. So in some places, like schools, for example, which is what got me interested in this, by 1908, 1909, somewhere in there, the dates don't add up exactly because history is strange, kids were taught how to make a disposable paper cup for themselves. Here's a very old picture of doing it the same way that I just showed you how to do it. Now, in our modern times, there are lots of options for clean drinking water and glasses and cups and containers that don't require disposing. We wash them and make sure they're clean and everyone can have their own. But the history of disposable cups is pretty interesting, as I discovered, and this is just a tiny little piece of it. So, fold your paper cups, use them for whatever you need to use them for. If you're going to drink from them, use a clean piece of paper, can't emphasize that enough, and have fun folding paper. Let us know if you'd like to get your hands on these books. All right. Delicious.